Peace. If they don't have it, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be tragedy. It's gonna be tore up. It's gonna be tore up.
Yeah. Don't listen to them. If that's what you want to be, go for it. Lord Jesus,
take your time.
Forgive me. The reason I'm going back to forgiveness.
Sure.
Is the questions.
I had that curiosity already.
Curiosity.
If I didn't have it, I would think like my sisters and brothers. I got 5 sisters.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You're so awesome. So let's kick this off by just establishing your full name.
My full name is Rubin Mills.
And when were you born?
March 4th, 1953.
And how old are you today?
I'm 68.
And today's date?
I don't know. What's the date?
It's Sunday, November 28th,
Okay.
2021.
Okay.
Yeah. So today you're how old again?
I'm 68.
68. Man, how do you feel?
I feel 68.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Before we get into it, man, let's just establish and keep in mind the audience, and the Whitehead Mills family legacy series that we're doing here. Just for the record, how are you and I related?
You're my son-in-law.
Hey,
You're my son-in-law.
shout out to Alethea Maria Mills.
Yes, you're married to my daughter.
It's beautiful. Ironically, today is our 1-year anniversary.
Right.
Today we were actually, the marriage took place.
Today.
Wow, today last year. This is a special day. This is our last family legacy series that we're doing with our parents, and the anniversary is today. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's a good thing.
That's special.
Yeah.
That's real special. Oh, wow. Shout out to baby. Happy anniversary, baby. So just diving in, to give some background here. So the reason why we're here is because you can recall, earlier this year, it might have been sometime last year, Alethea and I thought it was a great idea to have what we call our family memorial conversations, where we got, our Auntie Eleanor involved, and aunties and uncles and cousins were involved. It was really great. And one question, because that's when we asked about your spiritual beliefs, you can recall, like your relationship with your parents, and
Right.
when did you feel the most powerful? And one question that Alethea and I asked that really stood out to us was specifically, what do you want your family to inherit from you, right? And the emphasis was placed not so much on your children, but the family,
Right.
And when we speak of inheritance, you can only inherit something that you have already,
Right.
right? Somebody can't inherit something that you don't have.
Right.
Right. And if you can recall, matter of fact, let's just speak from the heart. And, and if it's different from what we talked about last time, we can expound on that too.
Right.
But right now, on November 28th, 2021, at the age of 68, we'll just ask you here,
Right.
Dad, what do you want your family to inherit from you?
Peace.
That's exactly what you said last time.
Peace.
So it's really on your heart.
To have peace in our family. Where I get along with you.
Right.
You get along with me.
I love you.
See what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if everybody in our family had this,
Yeah.
that's love. That's love. And as you know, our family is hard to. It's a hard situation.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work
in progress.
It takes a minute, because it comes, peace comes, and peace goes.
Yeah.
We at peace, but it don't stay. I don't know what makes it, what rumbles the feathers, and
Tell me this: do you think it's necessary to sometimes not have peace? Is war sometimes necessary?
And if necessary, but see, it's like tough love.
Okay.
War is like among families like tough love. I'm gonna be tough on you, but I still love you
Yeah.
to get that peace back. But I'm not gonna bend myself and hurt myself if you're wrong. If you're wrong,
Yeah.
you know. But the object is have harmony. You know, that harmony. You know, if we can get that harmony,
Yeah.
between me and you,
Yeah.
at harmony.
Yeah.
If we can get that among our family, like sisters, brothers, cousins, like our family reunion, that little family thing.
I remember.
y'all-
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
nice. It was nice.
in November 2019.
Right.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't plan it. You know,
Yeah,
like,
we just
it
you know.
just did it.
Yeah. We just did it.
See how the harmony fell
Yep.
right on it,
It
and
was
we
beautiful.
didn't have no problems,
Yeah.
and it was nice.
Yeah.
You know, and that was just a piece of our family.
Right. Right.
You know, that was just a piece.
Yeah.
So
Do you think that, like, what is the cost of peace? Do you think it's free or does it cost war? Like, is war a prerequisite? Do you have to have war in order to have peace?
no, because I think peace comes from the heart.
It's free.
It's free.
There's no cost.
It's no cost. It's just that I have to humble myself. You would have to humble yourself to get that understanding. But sometimes we have.
What does it? Is the cost humility? Does it?
Sometimes it's humility. You know,
That's the price.
and that's the price.
Of peace.
I think that would be the price
Of peace is humility.
Of humility. You know, can you handle humility?
Yeah. And sometimes it's too expensive for people. They can't afford it.
They can't afford it.
The pride or
The
ego.
pride, the ego. You know,
So the cost of peace is humility.
is humility.
Mm.
Because I'm bowing down to,
Yeah.
you know, I'm bowing down. You
Yeah.
know,
Ego death.
the ego death. You know, so don't take it for weakness.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, but
It takes a lot of strength
it
to be
take a lot-
humility,
right,
to be humble.
to be
Yeah.
humble.
Yeah.
You know, so I've learned that over the years. You know,
And a sense of security.
to be humble.
Yeah.
You know that. You know, so. And you know, I find out myself for me being humble.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand me, but they call it like. One person said my nonchalant attitude.
Yeah.
My nonchalant attitude is me humbling myself in that situation.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be. I'm just,
Yeah.
you know, I'm just humbling myself. I'm not even gonna get involved in that. You know, so that's the part. You know, people get confused with. And if you're humbling yourself, well, you being nonchalant, you ain't got nothing to say, but I ain't got. You know,
You think it's the ego that kind of leads somebody to
right,
find contention
right.
and war and
that's
like,
right.
nah, let's fight for
Let's
this.
fight.
And the ego.
Let's cuss. Let's-
Yeah. 'Cause I remember in our last conversation, you talked about a recent incident, you know, where two adults in our family were fighting.
Right.
You know, and we had coffee that morning. And we talked-
Right. You know,
And you think if somebody were able to afford humility in that situation, they would have realized peace.
right. If they can afford humility. So
Yeah.
but I don't know what I don't know what it was out about. You know, I don't know their situation, but somebody have to humble themselves. Somebody's wrong.
Yeah.
So,
Let's go further in this analogy regarding the cost of peace, being humility and being able to afford humility. And it requires a lot of strength to be humble.
right.
What can you deposit into your soul to develop humility in that kind of strength? Like, how do you exercise, you know, any kind of muscle or deposit into your soul to where where you're not trying to pay for something and you're overdrafting because you don't have that strength?
It's mostly meditation to yourself. Oh, like you're saying, you're praying and nobody knows you're praying. You know what I'm saying?
You go in your prayer closet. You don't have to announce it to
You don't have to
everybody.
announce it, but you sit there. I'm praying on this in my soul. You know, so it's like I'm bowing down to my soul, but I'm praying that it's more of a meditation
Sure.
It's more of a meditation with you
Turning within.
within.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so every individual is not the same, but they know right from wrong, and like you said, somebody's got to surrender.
So let's get personal, like your strength and sense of security.
Right.
How did you, what do you meditate on? How do you develop that sense of security to where you don't, it's not, your ego doesn't win in these battles for humility? Because either you can afford it because you have a lot of strength and easily, exercise humility. But some people are very weak and their ego always wins and they seek war and contention. Like, how did you develop that strength? Like, what did you meditate on, or was it other kind of ways as well?
Well, I'm just gonna say I really don't know.
Wow.
All I can
Wow.
really say is that
Wow.
I've prayed on some things,
Mm.
and they worked. It turned out all right. But between me meditating on it and concentrating on it, either it happens or it don't happen. Now, if it don't happen, I have to deal with that too.
When he's talking about it happen or don't happen, the
Okay.
happening is the humility.
Humility
Yeah, in those moments.
in those moments,
Yeah,
you know.
where it could go left or
Either
right.
way, it can go either way.
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It's just like, you can go cuckoo or you don't go
Yeah,
cuckoo.
yeah,
It's up to you.
Yeah.
And I've learned going cuckoo ain't safe for nobody.
Nobody's safe.
But nobody's safe.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. And nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe.
Yeah,
Because everybody's got a different state of mental
Yeah.
capacity.
yeah.
Or what's going on with them.
Sure.
Because I've been diagnosed with schizophrenic. I'm schizophrenic. What you call it?
Psycho.
No, schizophrenic.
Oh, schizophrenic.
Schizophrenic.
Yeah.
I'm schizophrenic.
Schizo. Yeah.
Right. But,
So it's like an official diagnosis.
right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You
When
know.
were you diagnosed, like officially?
Uncle Sam done all this for me. The government done
How
this
long
for me.
ago was this?
I'm going to say about 4 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like officially.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't take no medicine or anything like that.
Wow.
But yeah, through their psychiatrist,
Sure.
they say I'm this.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
now, am I that? I don't know.
Yeah.
What is schizo? I tell them
Schizophrenic, yeah.
I might
Multiple personalities.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
one of my personalities decide, okay, like for instance, one of my personalities said, I gotta get up out of here.
Sure.
Then is that personality right? Yeah, he might be.
Oh, what we talked about
right,
earlier. Yeah.
right. You see
Like
what I'm
leaving
saying?
Los Angeles.
Right.
Yeah.
For everybody's safety, mine. You know what I'm saying.
Because it's so beautiful how you speak, because you're mindful of like your life. I guess it's bigger than you. Like your life impacts Alethea. It impacts me.
Right.
Yeah, it impacts your neighbors.
Right.
It impacts your social circle. It impacts your other children.
Right.
It impacts your great grandchildren, your
Right.
grandchildren, whatever. It's
You know,
more
see-
than just
see-
you.
see-
So
right,
you're
see-
mindful for
right, see,
yeah.
I'm here.
You're not
now.
just speaking selfishly.
No, I'm here now. So
Yeah.
therefore,
It's your community, your
I
family.
can't
around
be
you.
getting into the stuff that I
I hear you.
used to get into.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not healthy for nobody. Because it feeds out the wrong
Output.
output.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, I was putting out garbage.
Mm.
A lot of garbage. And when my kids was picking up the garbage, like my sons, you know what I'm saying? And he got the garbage.
Trying to change that legacy.
Trying to change that. Change that. It don't have to be like that. So I'm working on me all the time. And if I'm at peace with myself, I'm cool. So I'm working on that, and I'm all right. But I have to do some things,
Yeah.
but I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
It's awesome. Being mindful of the audience, You know, Alethea and I often talk about like what's on our hearts heavily with this content we're producing, and what's on our minds heavily is the unborn among us.
Right.
Like you've met like your great grandchildren, right?
Right.
Great, two greats.
Yeah.
You met them,
Yes.
and the to be mindful of like 4 or 5 times great, like your great grandchildren, and the hope is that they'll be able to see this
Right.
with them in mind, and then friends of ours in mind, like Akil Turkui. Shout out to Akil. And so many of people in your community who look like you, keeping them in mind. Is there anything you want to like share or input into them, like looking directly into the camera and just anything you want to share, like just leave?
Well, most of all, I believe that a person just should be their self. No matter how, strange they might seem to other people.
Yeah.
As long as they're good before God himself. Be yourself. Because you talk funny, because you wear funny clothes, be yourself.
Authentic.
Be authentic. Don't try to be like the guy down the street or, be yourself. Because yourself, when everything clear, you're going to be self. Yeah.
Something I always struggle with hearing that, like, be yourself, but at the same time having positive role models around you. Could you distinguish between, like, looking up to somebody and admiring somebody, yet still being yourself? Like, how do you find your own voice, yet leaning into the trail that was blazed from mentors and role models?
It's like this. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to take your good parts
and
and use them. The good things about you, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna use them. That's and it's gonna be part of. That's gonna be part of me.
I see the analogy the same way, like soul music kind of was inspired by blues, or hip hop was inspired by James Brown. Like you take certain parts, you sample certain parts, but you create a new voice.
Right. I don't want all of you. I just want parts of you.
Yeah.
The way you think. The way you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll work with that.
Yeah, but still being authentic.
Still being authentic, but I'm going to get your good parts. I don't want your bad parts. I want your good part to help me be a better person that I am. So we just go from there,
I love that.
Take you and rebuild you.
Into you.
Yeah,
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that.
And that's really how it is, because most sons images their father.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Even the bad parts, the good parts, but he try to get away some of the bad parts and keep the good parts. But he's gonna try to image. That's why the daddy's got to be careful what he do, what he say.
Yeah.
In his.
Because what's so fascinating, I realized growing up, like, a lot of times what people inherit from parents are not always direct lessons. Sometimes it's things that they just saw. And sometimes it's indirect lessons. But they're learning.
Yeah.
Always, constantly.
Always. That's why you have to be careful. That's why you have to be careful. Like, you drinking all the time. Your kid going to drink eventually. He's going to say, all right.
You may not be directly teaching them, but you're teaching them.
Right, but you're teaching them. Wow. My daddy drank. Must be all right, and you fall in that area. So we have to be careful. We have, and for a person to keep peace, he has to be careful. He has to be careful how he presents himself around his nephews, nieces, cousins. When you walk in the door, here come Big Walt. Here come Big Walter. He's got a certain image you're gonna throw, and the first thing you're gonna probably say is, "Have y'all been to school today?" That type of what y'all studying?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how Alethea do my
correct.
Yeah. What you doing?
This is true.
You got a job?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Positive stuff to this.
That's baby.
That they need to do.
Yeah.
But that type of and as long as in the family. Stay in that circle, and it'll work out all right, because the kids are gonna image us.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're gonna image us.
Yeah.
Certain ways, certain things.
Yeah.
It's
It all.
They,
Yeah.
they
They're
are.
taking it all in. They're
That's
taking
right.
it all in.
You know. And I just hope they, they taking the good things and throw out the bad. Because we ain't perfect.
Sure indeed.
We're not perfect, but
Sure indeed.
so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And well, with that, I definitely want to close out. Really appreciate your time. I think it's so funny. This kind of worked out perfectly. We shot it the first time, but then we shot it again. I just kind of just happened that way. Like, this is in celebration of Alethea and I's wedding anniversary. That's what we're doing this.
Right.
And we just happened to have got married on this exact day.
On this day.
12 on this day.
Yeah.
On this evening, actually.
Yeah, right.
Like, it was there. Exactly 12 months ago to the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a special production. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much for adding this treasure into our family archives.
I appreciate you asking.
And I can't wait for the next production, the next production, the next production. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I love you so much.
Thank you, son.
Thank you.